We're back at Universal Studios Hollywood with our weekly check-in of the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
Well, let's roll it.
It is 10:04 on this wonderful Tuesday morning. It is not crowded at all, which is fantastic. You can see that the crowds are very, very low for today. Walking through security and the ticket check, we're essentially just walk right through. There was hardly any wait for anything this morning, which was great. We're gonna make our way down New York Street and head over to Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift to see how the progress is going for the coaster. And from up close here, you can see just how many support structures have been added on this side. Quite a few more than we've seen in the previous couple of weeks, with even more to go. So this isn't even all of it, which is awesome. Further towards the left, there are even more. So when we make our way down to some of the lower levels, you'll be able to see the extent of just how much more they have in store. Bit of an overcast day today and a little bit chilly, but 'tis the sign of the season. Definitely have to wear your layers when coming to the park, especially if you're coming first thing during rope drop or early in the morning before noon. Essentially, it is a little nippy up here. A lot of people don't realize when visiting for the first time that Universal Studios Hollywood is basically at the top of a mountain or big hill. So it's a little bit chillier than the ground level areas of Los Angeles by a couple of degrees. So again, you do want to wear layers. We have the crane in full action this morning. It is a weekday, so we are seeing a lot of active construction. You can kind of hear it going on in the background. But yeah, on this side, it looks like the majority, if not all of the coaster has been completed. So we're gonna hang to the right and see how much more we can see. Last week, the scaffold didn't go all the way up to the top, but now it does. So it looks like the majority of the flooring, again, I'm not sure what you call the flooring or floor of the building is. If you know, let me know in the comments below what the proper construction term is of the ground floor. Well, it's not the ground, so but the levels looks like they have their foundations done. Here's the other angle if you're coming down from Hogsmeade, kind of more of a straight on view of the work that's been completed. So we have some siding that has been put up, and again you can see a little bit further in that the ground or floor work has been established as well. And they are working on more scaffoldings on the right hand side. So we're going to take the first set of escalators that take you down to the lower line and see it from the other side of the coaster. So quick glance at the studio directory. Every ride is 15 minutes or less this morning, which is amazing. Even Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge right now is at a 15-minute wait, which is absolutely incredible, especially considering the park's been open for over an hour at this point. That one usually climbs up pretty quick. Yesterday was a holiday, so I do think that plays into why the crowds are very, very low this morning. And again, it is overcast and a little bit chilly today, so I don't think we're going to have a lot of people show up pretty much all day long, even when it gets warmer this afternoon. Pretty sure a lot of people are back to work after the long weekend. All right, so before we head down the escalator, just taking a quick peek from up top here where you can see they have a lot of work they're doing down there today. So let's go ahead and make our way down so we can get a good glimpse of the entire backside of this coaster. This view here is pretty cool, just seeing the scale of how hard that curve is going to hit when you're coming down the roller coaster. It's going to be really, really thrilling. All right, so back to our favorite lovely view of the coaster here. So they've extended it just a smidge more compared to last week. It does look like a lot of focus is more towards down here in this kind of mid-range, middle level. The crane today is bringing a lot of supplies down to this level, and there are way more support structures there than we've seen in the past couple of weeks. So it looks like they're really prioritizing that this week, which is great. But otherwise, though, it's looking really, really good. There isn't as much equipment in this dirt area here like we've seen previously. So it looks like they're really finishing it up. But it's very interesting. You can kind of tell that the coaster is going to be kind of interweaving itself between these support structures. And they have a couple more that are going to be going up back there. So while it will come down and around, obviously at some point it's going to come up and over before it makes its way to the left side above the escalators and then dropping back down. From this angle here, you can kind of see it a bit more clearly just how far down the construction is continuing today. And again, there are a lot more support structures than there were last week, and the crane has been going back and forth from what looks like an area with a bunch of supplies back here, and then dropping things right up in this area.
So overall, this is looking amazing as per usual. So we're gonna make our way down to the studio tour to see what it's like from the ground level.
Wonderful 10-minute wait for the studio tour. Gonna jump on because it's so low in crowd size today. I'm assuming that the studio tour will pretty much be a walk-on. So let's see. All right, so as predicted, the studio tour right now is a walk-on, which is great. Gonna grab our glasses and jump right on in. Thanks so much.
No problem.
We keep it pretty simple for you. All right, let's kick things off now by throwing it over to our master of ceremonies on our tour today. You all know him as a current host of The Tonight Show. That's right, it's Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world-famous studio tour. I know what you're thinking. Why the tux? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own Great White Shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
So folks, it was way back on March 15th of 1915 when our founder Carl Laemmle first invited the public into our studio to watch silent movies being made. Guests could walk from set to set and marvel at the new technology. But with the invention of sound,
Thank you so much for watching our weekly coaster update video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.